on Sunday, dude. Another 1.4 pound drop. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is really fast drop there. Literally just rolled out of bed. Not really flexing much, honestly. That is a wild low weigh-in, dude. I was not expecting that. Alright, so the weekly average 154.9, so we're down 0.9 pounds from last week. Like I told y'all, I was dropping good, dropped good, dropped good, went up 0.6, went up 0.2, so I dropped calories. Went to kickboxing class 2 days after kickboxing class. I dropped down to 154.2. Had another low weigh-in, 154.2. Then today, 152.8. Crazy low weigh-in. But even with those that crazy low weigh-in, 154.9. So 0.9 pounds down. This next week, looks like it's going to be really good. This one really surprised me. The 154.2s wasn't surprising me, but this one definitely surprised me out of nowhere. I didn't do any extra cardio or anything yesterday. Just my regular, walking. And I actually did 25 minutes yesterday instead of my 28 minutes yesterday. But it just shows, man. It's like if you I just recorded another video talking about staying with it, but it's like you just stay with it. And once you do, whether that's the dropping the calories, adding the more cardio, whatever that catalyst is that kick starts, ramps it up. It again, it kick starts it, and then the ball keeps rolling again. That's a crazy low weigh in 152.8. So super excited to see what this week's gonna be. Just that weigh in alone is 2.1 pounds higher than this week's weekly average, which the max I want to lose would basically be 1.5 pounds, but I'm really trying to shoot for more around a pound. So stayed in that goal this week. So we're gonna see how it is next week. And that's just basically the faster you lose, the more you're risking losing muscle with it. So that's kind of been the whole point of this cut, going super slow. This week is now so today's Sunday, so that was week 55 of my cut. So I've been cutting for a year and 3 weeks. Yeah, so I've been cutting for a year and 3 weeks. Tomorrow will be a year and the 4th week starting. So the whole point of this cut, the experiment was cutting a lot slower. So I still want to shoot for around a pound, but I've been averaging, it probably actually went down, but it was averaging 0.6 pounds dropping a week. And with those past 2 or 3 weeks, it probably actually slowed down to like half a pound. So again, but a pound is like kind of around, it's just a good rate, and especially for as long as it's taking me. But I'm not gonna get in a rush this deep in, because again, like the leaner you get, the harder it gets to lose the fat, harder it gets to keep the muscle, and also the more extreme you have to be with your calorie manipulation, cardio manipulation, and but also the little, like, you lose a little bit when you're really lean, and it looks like a more drastic change. So if you're really fat and you lose 5 pounds, you can't really see it, right? But if you're really lean and you lose 5 pounds, that is a huge deal. If you're really lean and you lose 2 pounds, it's a really big visual difference. So super excited to keep it going, and still a pound I don't think it's too fast. Just the other weeks have been coming slower, so I've been just keeping it there. But a pound again, it's not, I wouldn't say too fast. But anywhere half a pound is absolute least kind of really I'd like to lose, but at the slowest. But I'm excited to keep going, keep getting sliced and diced. I'm super looking forward to my next, basically kind of super slow bulk again. I'm not getting as fat as I used to, but super excited that now that I'm pushing a lot more volume in the gym, I'm building that up. I'm continuously building that up, pushing my body. I think I know I'm going to be able to gain a lot more muscle in my next bulk, because last time I bulked, again, I was experimenting with basically just one working set. And I know looking back, like I kind of, not necessarily regret it, but I kind of do wish I would have, but now I know, right? Or that's the thing, I could experiment. I'm just whole point experiment. So now this next bulk, I'm gonna do a lot more volume. I had a lot more volume in the past, but under different parameters. I'm always testing new things, so I'm gonna do a lot more volume under different parameters. Test these things and see, which I really do believe I'm gonna be making a lot more results. So whatever kind of muscle mass I have left, which I still do believe is a good bit, just for where like basically essentially my strength is at, how much higher my strength ceiling can go, and basically, you know, a stronger muscle is a bigger muscle. So I'm excited to keep the journey going, keep improving. A little update there. So that's a brand new low weekly average, 159, 154.9. The previous was 3 weeks ago at 155 flat, but so we beat that by 0.1. And this week's looking like it's going to be a good week as well. Good consistent fat loss back coming.
So just want to say too, something I realized about earlier, the time was set back, you know, fall sets back time. So and I went to sleep 30 minutes later, so technically I weighed in an hour and a half later. So that's the reason why the weight was lower, but I don't think it accounts for it being that much lower. That's, you know, 0.1 pounds is a lot, even for, you know, an hour and a half. So still some, I think it's still definitely a low weigh-in, but not a new low weigh-in by that much. As in, you know, because I got done eating at the same time, so basically my body had an extra hour and a half to digest and metabolize, or basically metabolize food and burn calories off an hour and a half more. So that's why if you sleep in later, you weigh less if you got done eating at the same time the night before. All right, Brittany, so a few things on curls, push down, and rope face pulls that we need to correct. First thing on biceps, minor tweak, but when you're coming up, you're kind of moving your elbows a little bit forward, right? You're coming down, you're bringing your elbows up. What you want to do is lock your elbows right here at your side. Okay, you're down, you're up, squeezing, not here. Okay, keep it locked in there, you're down, back up, squeezing your biceps as much as you can, all the way back down. Slight stretch real quick at the bottom, up top, squeeze as hard as you can, back down, real quick. So what you're doing when you're coming here with, see that difference there? What that's doing, you're putting your front delt and even your upper chest a little bit into the exercise. So you're taking the tension off of your bicep and putting it on your front delt and your upper chest. So we don't want to do that. We're trying to grow the bicep. So again, up, squeeze as much as you can. If your elbow's locked in, resist it down. Quick, slight stretch at the bottom for a split second. So here's the actual tempo. Resist it, resist it, resist it. Bam. Right back up with it. Squeeze. Right back down with it. Squeeze, right back down with resistance. Again, lock your elbows in, not doing it out. And make sure, I see you're using a handle that has two separate handles. That should do a bar for this. If it's a straight bar, whatever kind of cable attachment or handle attachment I have for you, make sure you're using that attachment instead of the two. It was two coming off of a rope and it was two single ones. So, and then it's important to do the exact one I have for you. And then for the other one I had, you used the same attachment for that, but again, make sure, look for this in your gym, a rope attachment. And the reason for that is what you can't get out of the attachment you were having. Same thing you were doing with this as well. You were leaving your elbows were moving a little bit as you were doing this. Again, same principle is, you lock your elbows in, they don't move the whole time. Okay, you were doing good, come to the top, getting a stretch up, you come all the way to the top, so all the way down almost. You don't want to lock all the way out, but you want to almost lock all the way out. This way we're keeping the tension on the muscles and not the joints. So down, almost all the way lock out, all the way back up. Keep your elbows locked in, get a stretch at the top. Down, here's the actual tempo we'll use. Stretch first split second, down, squeeze at the bottom. Resist on the way up, quick stretch. Squeeze all the way down. And then when you come down with this rope, what we're doing, as you come down, you're also coming out. See that? So then you come back up, you bring them together. As you come down, you're out and you're squeezing your triceps more. All right, and the only other thing we need to correct, I saw, on your rope face pulls, let me adjust the camera a little bit here, is basically resisting is the main thing, okay? So I just want you to resist more. When you pull, and stand back further, okay? That way, I think you were more here, where it's like the machine's taking the weight off. You want to be back, okay? Pull up to your face here. Again, the point of this exercise, we're working the back of the shoulder here. Predominantly, it's going to hit your upper back as well. Can't really reach around there and show you, but your upper back, and then predominantly we're working the back of the shoulder here. All right? So focus on pulling with that. So you'll pull. Again, sit back far enough. We're here, where I'm basically fully extended. The cable, the weights are still up on the machine, so there's still tension on my muscles here. Not if I'm standing here, there's no tension on it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's resting at the end, and you want to get the full range of motion. So pull here, and again, you're kind of letting it go back very fast. On every exercise, we want to actually be resisting the muscle, resisting the weight as well, not just letting it drop. All right, so here's the tempo. You squeeze, resist, resist, resist. Slight stretch, come back, squeeze, resist, 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 resist. Come back, squeeze, come back, resist, resist, resist. All right. You don't want to be here and then just letting the weight fall back on any exercise, regardless of what it is. So I got a little pointer for you on the knee, leg extension. I got it written down. I'll be recording that for you Tuesday, and then giving those back over to you too. I wrote down what other exercises I need to critique for you. So I'll be giving those back to you Tuesday as well. Implement these and keep up the great work. Today's weigh-in was 152.8, I think. The weekly average was 154.9. I weighed in 5 days, I think, this week, 155.8. So the only way I hit a super low weigh-in today, 152.8, I think, was again, I went to sleep 30 minutes later and the time set back, so it was an hour and 30 minutes later than I would normally be weighing in, you know what I'm saying? So it was another hour and a half. My body got to metabolize, burn the calories while I'm sleeping, and I ate at the same time. So if you eat at the same time that night, but you sleep in later, or you weigh in later that day, and you haven't eaten yet in the day, you're gonna be weighing more, or weighing less that next day. Again, it's just however many calories my body burns per hour sleeping, that's how much more, you know, I just burn off those extra calories. So anyway, just a quick physique update. But so I've already hit a 155 weekly average like 3 weeks ago. Dropped calories last week. Did kickboxing class this week. That was a big drop. I think a lot of it was water weight, but also got the fat loss back going again. But so 154.9 weekly average this week. Super excited to keep going, keep pushing. Still feeling great, have a ton of energy. Just excited to keep progressing, man. Forgot to do one pose, I think, so I'm gonna hit it. My best poses to the side.